So it would appear that I330, new pay pig of mine, wants me to rant about fuck Niggers, kikes and Jannies. I actually had to look up what a Janny was, and then when I found out what a Janny was, I realized that I've heard the term before many times. I don't know why I forgot it. Um, I told him that I'm going to title the video Fuck Nigeria because that's easier and it basically gets the same point across. I don't dislike black people. All of the closest friends I've ever had have been black, surprisingly enough. That's something I never mention just because I think it's a boring thing to mention. But the closest friend I have now is a black person. I've known him for about, is it 2.5 years at this point? Almost 2.5 years. Well, no, really, yeah, it has been 2.5 years. It's almost been 3 years, because of 2020, so it'll be 3 years that he's been my closest friend. And I'm someone who doesn't have very many friends. I don't really like having friends. Um, he's the only person who I really feel like, like who you feel. Oh, what was that sound? Who you feel a profound enough connection with, that you can just talk to. That sound is really that sound is really bothering me. I don't know. Did you guys hear that? There was like a pipe. Like, do you know how when pipes make steam and it makes a puffing sound? I there was like Anyway, um uh where was I? I lost my train of thought. So yeah, I don't really like having friends very much, but I connect with him a lot. And then in the Shonen Ronin group, I basically, for the YouTube channel I work on, Shonen Ronin, we have a little group chat. It's a little group chat where we talk about videos that we're making and stuff. And two of the people there are black, and I would consider them my friends as well. And those are basically the only people who I talk to. I don't really talk to anyone else on a particularly close level. You could say no thank you is in there, but that's about it. I don't really like talking to people very much. Even them, I don't really talk to very much. Like, even the closest of the closest people that I have, I don't say very much to. So, but the majority of them are black. That's what I find to be interesting. So I think my experience with black people has generally been pretty good. The problem is, though, is that in the neighborhood that I live in and also in the city that I live in, there's a lot of, I guess you could say, archetypically ghetto culture where, it's a lot of like drug use and stuff. And I mean, drug use is fine. If you want to do that, be careful about it. But a lot of people aren't careful about it. And there's a lot of this like blasting the loud rap music and this kind of stuff. Um, and there's a sense that things aren't. I'm gonna have to kind master this video because I had to turn off the footage. I got really worried by that sound. It started to get that there. I got really worried by that sound. But so anyway, uh, where was my point? Oh yeah. So so I thought I had it. I thought I had the point. I forgot what it was. Anyway, so my opinion of black people isn't very bad. In the town that I live in, I've noticed that a lot of, there's some lost youth going on there, and it's really it's not good. I don't think it's a good thing, and I wish someone would do something about it. But I think most people at their core are good. It's just that when you're put into an impoverished or bad environment, it's easy, blah blah blah. You've heard all that, but I think most people at their core are good. It's about trying to find the reasons, the psychological underpinnings for these kind of things. Actually, i330 specifically, he sent me this really good YouTube channel. It's this therapist YouTube channel. What was it? Daniel Mackler. Yeah, no, I watched a whole bunch of his videos. And if you want a YouTube channel that will restore your faith in humanity, watch that guy. He's so good. He's such a wholesome guy. And it really makes you believe in the power of what people are capable of, given given the right direction, the right treatment, environment, blah blah blah. Um, I don't have a very negative opinion of black people. Um, I think my opinion is maybe more positive than others just because I've had good experiences. As for Jewish people, um, I think there's a lot of really bad Jewish people out there and throughout history, but as someone who is a Jewish person myself, I don't think all Jews are bad. Um, I think there's a lot of really bad Jews, though, um, and so I don't really. It's weird. It's really weird. Like, have you guys ever thought about how it's weird that Israel exists? Like, if you read the Torah, in the Torah it says only a prophet can create Israel, you know? And so so does that mean that like Churchill and Stalin and FDR were prophets creating Israel? I really don't think so. So it's kind of weird. I feel like Israel shouldn't really, it doesn't really apply to the text. It doesn't make very much sense. So whichever Jews want Israel to exist, I guess those guys are bad because it doesn't really work with the religion for Israel to exist because only a prophet can create Israel. So I don't really think Israel should exist. Um, let's see. I had some other things written down. Is that so? So the definition of a Janny is like a tall white girl who's basically pretty annoying. Um, a tall, yeah, an annoying tall white girl. Um, yeah, I don't like most white girls. I think they tend to be pretty annoying. Oh, and they're blonde as well. They're blonde. I've never liked blondes very much. Just the color blonde. Like, I think one of my first exposures to the color blonde was actually Kurt Cobain because I remember when I was young, we used to watch this Kurt Cobain videos and this and that. And so I saw a lot of Kurt Cobain. I don't really remember who the first blonde person I saw was, but I really don't like blonde hair. It's something about the color blonde, the hair. It doesn't do too well. I don't like it very much. So I don't really women with blonde hair, why do people find them attractive? That's the thing, is that I don't understand why people find women with blonde hair attractive. I don't think they're attractive. I don't really think women are attractive in most cases because they have this flappers, the flapper. It's weird. I don't, but but the blonde hair, I don't really like the blonde hair very much. And so, uh, and I don't understand what this fetishization of tall women is. Oh yes, my woman must be taller than me and step on. I don't get that. Like, I go on the R9K, well, RIP 8chan R9K, but I went on there a lot and I would see this people with, oh yes, I must have tall woman who steps on me. I thought that was more of a 4chan R9K thing because all the people on there are pathetic Redditors. But on 8chan R9K, no, you find it there as well. Oh yes, please step, blah blah blah. It's weird. It's very, very weird. I don't understand that. So I would 100% agree. Fuck Jannies. I'm sure some of them are good people. I'm not one of these guys who thinks that like all women are bad, blah blah blah. But like it, the sort of like white girl in America stereotype, I haven't had particularly good experiences with them, much less blondes. Like, I feel like there's just an inherent air of pretension that comes with blonde women. And I said that I didn't like the blonde that I didn't like the blonde hair color, but it's a cultural thing too, because when you get the stereotype, oh yes, I am blonde, I am a woman, and I'm white, there's something about it, there's something there, and I don't like the ones I've interacted with. That isn't to say that all women with blonde hair are bad, but It's strange to me, like the amount of blonde women who have been not good that I've experienced. Maybe I've interacted with old women, like women with gray hair who used to be blonde, and maybe they're good, but but I don't know, like the blonde women that the Jannies, I guess to use I330's word, is that the Jannies that I've interacted with have really not been good, and so. I don't really like them very much. I guess also, I can't think of another point to make about them. There's something about them, like I don't know if it's cultural. I don't know. It kind of is because they're rewarded more for certain behaviors, and they kind of have the in group, like yes, we are popular and this kind of stuff. And I never really liked the popular girls at my school. I know that's kind of an archetypical kind of nerd thing to say, but I never really liked them very much. Some of them were pretty nice, at least on a surface level, but pretty much everyone didn't really want to interact with me when I was in school, so maybe that's not a good judgment to make. Um, let's see. The other one he listed was Jewish people. Did I? Yeah, Jewish people, a lot of them are really bad, but I don't think the individual people are necessarily bad. It's more about a lot of the more powerful Jewish people are really terrible because they tend to be Zionists. And and I really don't like Zionism very much. I think it's a really bad thing, not just because it goes against the religion, but also because it's a really evil thing. And so, um, yeah, I don't like a lot of them. Uh, let's see, black people. Uh, yeah, I think they're fine.